Hello everyone, it's Dana. Welcome to our October freebie, if you will. We're getting a 2-page Halloween layout this month, and I absolutely love. I saw this, I printed it. I always print things that I like, and I saw this online. I think it's Stampin' Up! That put this picture out, and I loved it. It caught my eye because it looks like Moonlight, right? It's got that kind of smoky look. And I went, oh my gosh. When I first looked at it, I thought, well, in my head, I went, it looks like they've taken the new two-tone black cardstock and flipped it over so it's the lighter side, and then deepened it because there's black on the brush, right? So I thought, what a cool, fun idea to do for the October layout. Right? Really easy, really fun. And I want to keep these pretty simple, kind of more in line with what I do outside of the workshops. When I sit and scrapbook by myself, I tend to scrapbook like this. Small pieces, simple design, and I like that. And I think I've seen a lot of you scrap when we get together, and we all kind of do the same thing. Other than our kit pages, which we kind of work backwards, right? You make them, you have completed pages, and then you put your photos on. But when you're working with photos, typically I pull color from the photos and kind of work forward that way. But I thought, what a cool, like we see lots of suns. There's always suns, right? But I've not honestly ever seen moonlight. And it's like, tell me what Halloween night looks like without telling me it's Halloween night. Like that was just so brilliant. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got this, here, let me get this out of the way. I've got the right page done. This is my version of that layout. And because the workshop has very similar colors, but the workshop's really kind of geared for, I won't say it's only kids, but it definitely has a lighter feel to it. I wanted this one to be a little bit darker. So I stayed away from some of the light playfulness. I tried anyway. This is about as dark as I get, right? I'm sure you're laughing in your head right now because it's not really dark at all. But I love, can you see the white on there? I love the white. And I even went back. So actually, my hypothesis at the beginning, and I would suggest you do this too, I played with a piece of the two-tone cardstock. And I started on, this is the light side, and I started with black ink, and you can see it a little. You can see it. It's not there, but it's not the effect that I was looking for. So then I went, okay, if that's not right, then flip it over, and I put white ink, and there it is. And after I did this, I went, you know what? I'm going to go back with black around and deepen the edges, so it's even more distinct between the two areas. So that's what I did. Get yourself a piece of black and play with it too, because the white comes off really, really bright. You're going to see that. So I'm really glad that I figured it out on scrap so that I know to start in an area on the page that's going to be covered up and just work and smear it out because it's a pigment ink. And I'm going to use today the White Daisy because I've already opened this. It's open, it's good, it's usable. I have the Stampin' Up! One, I just haven't cracked it because I have one that works. So if you don't have one, Stampin' Up! Has an identical pigment white pad. So, and same thing with the black. I don't have the, this is my newest black, is Intense Black. So I'm going to go ahead and use those. And I know that you either have that or you have something similar. So don't be afraid to use what you have. This is meant to, for the most part, pull from your stash, right? These are just leftover pieces from the workshop. This is just cardstocks, right? That we're going to stamp on with one stamp set. I used a little bit of the glimmer paper that's left. I glued, just like our liquid glass, I used the fine tip glue, and I glued a few of the bats because I could. And we're going to walk through all of that stuff. So I saved you on cardstock and pattern paper, but then I went and used the bats from the workshop. So I'm sorry, I used the stickers, but I love it. I love this. And I figured you guys could cut black Cricut bats out, or you can use your bats from the stickers as well. You can do the same thing. So whatever idea works for you, or you could use something else. Maybe you have bat stickers from some other kit that you have. But I love the idea of adding ink to the black, and I think that's our biggest technique on this layout. So everywhere you see a shiny is that glue. If you have liquid glass, that's the same. You could do that too. These are just a couple of the little stickers on it, but I just love it. I absolutely love it. You're gonna enjoy the stamping too. I don't often stamp on my layouts. I stamp more on cards than I do, but honestly, what I like to do is keep it super simple when I do, even, right? Keep it easy, keep it fast, and that keeps me engaged. I did 2 flip-flaps because I know you're going to have more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos, even on a 2-page, right? If you've got Halloween, anything, you're going to have more than probably 7 photos on your phone. So I gave you 2, 4, 6, 8 more photos, right? For a total of, I think, 15 if I can do math. But just so fun, right? Just to kind of, and I'm gonna stick a few things on as we go, but honestly, we're gonna do the biggest part of this layout. I'm just pulling the flip flaps off. And then I'm gonna move this aside a little bit. But we're gonna start, you know me, I need a new blade on my trimmer. Let's start there. I need a new blade on my trimmer. It's not bad. It just gets a little rough around the edges. And then we've got this cute little Fright Night. That was taking a sticker and sticking it down on the cardstock first. Oops, look at that edge. You know me, I can't have that edge on there. There we go. Much better. Sticking it on the cardstock and then trimming it. That's how rogue I'm going, you guys. Seriously, all the rogue. Then we've got this one. The bats are absolutely the star. I'm sorry if I made you buy 2 packs of stickers to do the workshop. Right? The workshop or the other, but I thought, you know what? That's what I would do. That's truly what I would do. I would just use the stickers. I'm glad that I'm using and not hoarding. That's way more important, right? Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut chevron the edge. Where you put the top of your scissors is the inside point of your chevron. That's about, for those of you that like math, it's about a 1/2 inch. We're gonna do a shallow cut. And then the corner goes right on the point. Your scissor edge goes right on the point and cut to the center. See, easy peasy. And it's not perfect, but it honestly will give you a nice, pleasing to the eye chevron without too much effort, without having to recut it 50 times because you don't get it centered. Much improved on my old way of just going in with the scissors. Okay, and then we've got this one. And I'm just going to do the cuts first. You could do it after you stamp. It really doesn't matter. But this way I can kind of see where my edges are. Okay, we're stamping on the light side of both the purple and the pool side. And then we've got this strip down here again, left over. Let me put a little adhesive on it, and then it's just gonna go across the bottom, although I think I'm gonna run you could do black ink or you can do black marker. Not pigment, forgive me. Alcohol marker is faster, and then I don't have to worry about it being all over my hands. But you can see that edge a little bit, and you know, we're supposed to be dark and spooky, so I'm going to run my marker on the edge. See, it looks so much cleaner when you do that versus that white edge. Now, if this doesn't bother you, you don't have to do it. It's truly okay. I like that finished edge. If you've been following me for a while, you know that that's one of my favorites. I think it makes a difference. So I like just deepening it a little bit. Okay, now we've got we can go ahead and put him on. And then after that, I'm probably gonna just do the inking. We'll do that next. And then we'll come back and do the rest, right? Okay, and we are almost there. Okay, there's our strip across the bottom. We've got these. These have to be stamped, so I guess we could do that too next. Let's see. All of the bats are shiny, and that is from the glue. Liquid glass, glue, whichever you have, it works fine. And I've compared them back to back, and they're very similar. Very, very similar. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the white. I think that'll be fun. Let me grab my paper. And we're going to use, I just made sure one of my brushes, it's not completely clean, but I made sure it doesn't come off as a color, right? Ran it with and then we're just gonna we're gonna start in the middle because I know a good portion of this is covered, and we're gonna work. And look at how white it comes out. So we're just gonna blend out. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect because those imperfections, right, are going to make it the differences in the light in the sky, because the sky's like that too, right? It's light, it's dark, but I just love it. And if you just want to just keep working it until you get the swirl marks don't quite look like you made them with a brush, if that makes sense. So just kind of keep, it doesn't have to be round, it doesn't have to be, but just keep working it until you kind of get it how you like it. I'm leaving a little space up here at the edge for the most part, right? I might come in here and do a little bit, because I know I can come back over it with okay, I know it looks messy. I know it looks like we just put chalk all over everything. And I'm going to show you where, it's just so, see if I can move it up a little bit so you can see the edge. Okay, just kind of pre-plan where things are going to go and how much of it we're going to see. So you're mostly seeing it up here, right? Most of it. You do see a little bit under here, so I can kind of go in here and maybe around on this edge. And I probably wanted a little less round, right? A little less round over here, because, right? A little less like, a perfect little hand-drawn cloud. A little more, a little messier. Isn't this so fun? It's kind of relaxing. Okay, now I'm just going to try to smooth it out. Add a little bit more over here, little layers, right? I can even come back while my brush is wet and add a little shine, right? A little more over here, right? Just kind of like light is. Light is that way, right? When we see moonlight, it's almost like a haze, and yet there are pockets of it. There, just to show you what I did. Can you see it? It almost looks like Isn't that so cool? Like, just seriously, the best, the best. Okay, so now we've got the white on there. And I'm going to stop for just a minute, and we may go back just like we did this one when it was done, and just go back around where you might want to highlight. But for right now, we're going to leave it. We're going to come in with a little bit of black. Okay. And we're just going to come off the edge like we normally do. We're going to come off, and again, it's not crazy noticeable, but you will notice it a little, right? It's almost like, just like they say, here, I'm going to move this. Just like they say that there are, you know, hundreds of shades of white. Well, I believe there are different shades of black too. I'm going to show you that. Even in our new paper, between the solid core and the two-tone white core, one is dyed and one is printed. And you really do notice, wait till you see it. Like, it's just crazy that it changes the depth of it. Okay. Doesn't it almost look like a painting? Like, that's just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Oh, I wonder if I need some white down here so it looks a little more, because I know that, below that, I just want it to have the appearance that the bats are flying in the moonlight, right? We want our bats to have, I'm trying to just give the clouds some, or that moonlight, some ghostly appearance, right? Just a little bit more. Move it around. And then I'm going to take my black. You know, I'm going to be careful. I'm going to go in my black into the white. Oh, and then I'm just going to highlight some of those edges, right, with the black, and make it even darker. Ah, it's so fun. Okay, are we getting it? Can you see it? Look at that, you guys. It's like a painted sky. It's like the coolest thing in a really long time that I've done. I really, really hope that you will try it, because it's just really fun. And yet it's still really easy. This is not, you know, intricate or difficult. Like, a beginner could do this easily. It's really just kind of smearing ink around until you kind of get the look that you like. Oh man, so fun. Okay. Here's our crazy midnight sky that I love. Okay, I do need to I want to get the little bit of black off my hands. I should have thought about that, but I've got a little bit of Windex and a paper towel. That will do the trick. Okay, now I'm going to move this just so I don't accidentally, oh my gosh, you guys. It just looks so good. It really, really does. Okay, you know what I should do is set this aside for a hot minute, and let's do the stamping, because that's super, super easy as well. Okay, so they're gonna go to the left. Let's grab, this is the polymer Halloween Memories. Love these for titles, and not even titles, just having the words. You could go back on an old layout, right? Find the color that matches and just stamp around it. If you had something that was a little plainer and you wanted to add a little bit. This is what I do with them. They come on the sheets. I stick them on the back inside lid. And that way they don't move around and all that kind of stuff. My block. Put them face up. Use your black. Pick them up. I still season my stamps. It is a habit long ingrained in me. I cannot not season them. Okay, and make sure I'm stamping the right color. Yep, the pool party is very similar to what we had as Glacier. Pull it out. I don't click it all the way in. It doesn't need to be. So I push it in until it almost kind of stops, and I leave myself that little edge to pull it out with the side of my thumb. That's made it so easy. I really, really like that. Now, you're going to notice I'm not putting a mat underneath. If you really want to use your Versamark or Versamat or another mat, you could, but honestly, it stamps really well. Now watch. I'm going to start in the center. You do not tap, you just barely touch it. I'm going to go straight across off the page, okay? Off the page. And then I'm going to do the other side. Barely touch your ink pad or you're going to have a hot mess because the foam pad really holds the ink. So you don't have to boom, boom, boom like we used to with the felt. You really can just kind of barely touch it. All right, let's do underneath first. Now we're just doing the bottom. Okay, we're going to do the same thing down here, just the bottom. Actually, we're stamping the top. It's the bottom of the paper. Right? And then we've got this one little piece down here. But see how fun that makes it? We're making basically, we're making our own pattern paper is what we're really doing. Maybe I should try. Nope, I think I like it right there. Now we're doing the bottom. On the top, just like a repeating pattern. And then just that in because we can. And there we go. Isn't that fun? So fun. Spooky fun, spooky fun. Love it. And let me clean this really quickly. They do seem to be a little thicker than close to my hearts too. I honestly haven't been very careful with them, and I don't even feel like I'm gonna rip it the first time I pull it off, any of that stuff. Trick or treat. I'm gonna take the edge of this and just quickly do the edges so they're lined. Again, very lightly, just use the edge or you're gonna get a lot of ink on your paper. There we go. Okay, now that I left that edge open, I just can pull it like a shelf. The second one we're going to use is Gorgeous Grape. It is very close. I think it's very close to our Royal. So, okay, we're going to do the same exact thing. No pounding, just touching. Literally, just touching. Such a cute font. Right in the middle. See how easy it is? Like there are some things about the foam pads I actually really like because they stamp so easy. You do not have to work. And I think if you haven't tried them yet, I think you'll like them too. Now we're going to do the top. See, habit. I always press too hard. I'm so used to that, right? We know what we know. Okay, I'm going to do the top, and then we're going to do the whole bottom. Again, I'm not lining them up trick or treat in 3 lines. I'm spacing them. Each line's a little bit different, so it looks more like a real pattern paper. Okay, and there we are. Trick or treat, trick or treat. Super cute, right? And easy. Okay, same idea. I'm going to take this one and just very lightly go over the edge. You can use the, they have alcohol markers too, and they have them in colors, which is really nice. You don't have to try to figure out which goes with which. Again, leave that edge out and you can just pull and flip. I like that. And for those of you that are used to using your alcohol markers for the edges, you can still do that. And I like that a lot. It just happens to be, you know, it's in my hand practically, so I might as well use the ink pad. We're gonna put some adhesive on here. And we did our stamping. Look at us go, making our own paper. Okay, let me move this out of the way. And I just want to use this, actually I can move this now. I just want to use it to line up. Now, we talked a little bit about the different colors of black, just like there are different colors of white. This is the lighter side of two-tone white cardstock. This is the darker side that I added the white to. This is the solid core dyed all the way through black. Look at the difference. Isn't that fun that they're just different? And that's what I took advantage of here, is that I used two different colors, black, and that's why it pops a little bit, that you can actually see it on top of the white even more because it's a little bit shade. I think it's a little bit deeper black. So how fun is that? All right, let's do our first one. Got our green. Again, this is leftover from the workshop, which was really nice. Okay, I think that's close. And then we've got the poolside glacier. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just combine the names because 25 years is a long time to be with a company. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, wow, I'll just gonna be old. I'm not gonna tell you how old I'm gonna be. But anyway, I was chuckling to myself going, hey, it's almost like half of my life. Wow, like you just don't think that way until you do. And then you're like, ooh, that's a long time. No wonder I know those names. No wonder I can't remember pool party because I just haven't been there long enough. Okay, move the purple. The purple's pretty close. Okay, there's our 3. We've got our stripe on the bottom. It looks really good. And now we've got our, make sure I have all the, did I not put any adhesive on any of these? Let's see, these are our flip-flops. Yep, flip. Nope. Okay, let's put some adhesive on these. And I thought this might be fun. I don't know if, you'll have to tell me, do you guys attend Halloween parties? Like, is that a thing as you get older? Like, do people still go to Halloween parties? Now, I think this one goes down here because this is a flip and I know it goes on the top. So we've got these 2. Let me get that up there so we can see where it goes. You can arrange these however it works for your photos. Honest. There is no crazy rhyme or reason that I'm putting them where I'm putting them. If you had horizontal photos, you can do that. Let's see if we can get that straight. Okay. Or if they're all vertical, you can keep it the way I have it. But really, truly, it's up to you. It's just coming out of my head. Okay, there's Wicked Fun. Wicked Fun could also go over here. Again, the flip-flops can also go wherever you want them to go. Now, I know I had So Spooky. Isn't that so cute? Now we've got our really fun big bats, which I love. And I think So Spooky was, it can go on the side. It could go up here at the top. It could go, honestly, could go wherever you want it to go. Now, I kind of wanted them flying. So in my mind, that means that they're kind of just all following the leader. Maybe this is the leader. Can be. But don't you just love how they show up? Oh, I just think that is the bomb diggity. Okay, let's put our, I kind of like this so spooky up there. Up in the sky. I have foam tape, lest you know me. You can also use dimensionals. Whoops, look at me go. Dimensionals, the foam strips work really nicely. The foam strips are essentially the regular foam tape, just skinnier cuts, which is actually kind of nice. You will like them if you haven't tried them. Okay, so spooky. So I thought that was kind of still fun, a little more grown up, right? A little more grown up, but doesn't have to be, could still be. Love it. Okay, this one has to be down here on the bottom because, so you can find him. And then I'm going to put this one on the side. I think he's awesome. And I love, love, love how the sky turned out. Okay, now I've got one flip for over here. It can go here. It can go here. If you want your words lined up, it doesn't matter. You guys decide. Now, let me move it on so you can see all of it. Is that not the coolest thing we've done in a while? It truly is. And then look at all these flip-flaps that you are going to add. So many photos. So many photos. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, where's my white brush? Do I need any white anywhere or any dark anywhere? I don't know. I kind of just like it. I really do. I love the way it just illuminates, just like a night sky. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, I hope you did too. Oh, you know what? There was one thing I wanted to show you. I'm looking at it right now. When I did the bats off the sticker sheet, and actually I did this technique for the whole workshop as well, your stickers come like this, and they have this, right? They come cardstock weight, printed right on a back sheet, on a carrier sheet. So when I did those bats, or when you want to do the glue, you just pull off this front. You can watch the little ones, but most of them come off without even having to do anything. Just the stars. And you can pull this off and just leave your carrier sheet, okay? And that makes it so much easier because now they're just on the slick carrier sheet, and you can glue right up on top of it and not worry about it getting on, you know, gluing the sticker to the page. The whole thing comes right off. Honest. And then even doing these strips, cutting them into sizes, it makes it so fast and easy for the workshop. So this is what I was talking about, and I didn't get a chance to show you. But anytime I'm working with a glaze, or gosh, we could have done stickles, we could have done the metallics, we could have done so many different things on our stickers. But whenever I'm painting or gluing, liquid glass, any of that good stuff, you want to pull that front sheet off. It'll make the job so much faster and easier. So I hope you've liked this. I really did. And we will chat again soon. Okay, bye.